Welcome back to the channel. Let's kick the week off with some awesome eShop deals. Today's video features quite a few games going for brand new low prices, a return of one of the most popular deals ever, and of course, I'll have some ongoing active deals to tell you about, just in case you missed it in one of the previous videos, or just need a reminder. Anyway, let's get to it, so make sure to hang on, and make sure you're subscribed to the channel, to hear about some awesome Nintendo Switch eShop deals. Some of my favorite arcade games are the Metal Slug games, the run and gun series from SNK. Metal Goose is in the same style, albeit, you know, with a goose. It's a run and gun game featuring lots of action from start to finish. Plenty of awesome levels with variety too, especially when you get to ride in one of the vehicles. Again, it's very much like the Metal Slug games. I consider this one to be a hidden gem and totally worth it at its full price. But right now, it's just $7.99 on the eShop until November 26. That's the lowest price it's ever been. Pick this one up, you'll be glad you did. Monster Sanctuary is like Pokemon meets a Metroidvania. Let me explain. It's a Metroidvania, the traditional exploring and platforming and all that stuff, but you also raise monsters and have them battle in combat. It's a really eclectic mix, helps it stand out against the many other games out there. One of the nice features of the game is the fact that it has many options that allow for replayability. You can enable a randomizer or bravery and permadeath modes to enjoy the game in a new way. It's down to $4.99 on the eShop, which is a brand new low price for it on there. If you love run and gun games, Fury Unleashed is a must-own at $3.99. In this game, you blast through hundreds of enemies and bosses as you jump through a living comic book. It's a really cool roguelike game that has a lot of customization and options for players who want to enjoy the game as they see fit. There's various difficulty settings. You can even turn off gore if you have a younger kid who wants to play with you in co-op. Speaking of co-op, it can be enjoyed in both local and online play. Again, it's only $3.99 and it's so worth picking up for your Switch. Ni no Kuni 2 is a fantastic JRPG that at times feels like you're in an animated movie. It's set 100 years after the first game, and you play as young King Evan, who is set out on a quest to save his people. Like the first one, there isn't an emphasis on monster collecting or raising, but even with the loss of that, it's still a very good game and highly enjoyable. The Switch version runs very well, and the Princess Edition here includes the game with all the expansions for additional content, so you get the complete experience. It's down to $14.99 on the eShop, which marks a brand new low price for it on there, and that's a damn good price to pick it up at. I've already talked about a hidden gem on here, that being Mighty Goose, and another one is definitely Record of Lodoss War-Deedlit in Wonder Labyrinth. This is an amazing looking Metroidvania that's very much inspired by the awesome Castlevania Symphony of the Night. In this game you'll find familiar gameplay, but what really sets this apart is the use of the bow mechanics and the magic system, as well as the elements system that is not only featured heavily in the exploration, but also throughout the many battles and boss fights. This game is a treat, and don't worry if you know nothing about the Record of Lodoss War franchise. Trust me, you don't need to know anything beforehand to enjoy this game. The only complaint I have for this one is I wish it was longer, but hey, that just means you can hop back in and play through it again to discover everything. It's on sale for $17.49 until November 16th. By the way, if you haven't checked out my Hidden Gems on Switch series, don't worry, I got you covered. I'll make sure to post some links to them down below so you can check them out later. I'm a big fan of the House of the Dead series, especially the first and second one, and a few years back, the first one was actually remade in a remake. Now I'm going to be honest, I haven't played this one yet, and I know there was some issues at launch, mainly in the tracking with the gyro aiming and such, but I did hear that some patches came out to try to address that, so it might be worth checking out now that it's on sale for $6.24, which is the lowest price it's ever been on the eShop. For those who have played the game, let me know what you think of it in the comments down below. MARSUPILAMI HOOBADVENTURE is a fun family platformer that's sorta in the same vein of 2D platformers like Donkey Kong Country and such. This game is perfect for all ages, even younger gamers, but for those who crave a challenge, there is a hardcore mode. The version on Switch actually features additional content with 10 new levels on top of the original 26. It's on sale for $8.99 until November 16th, which is a brand new low price for it on the eShop. There's been quite a few life sims on sale lately. There's actually another one I'll be talking about later in the video, but for now, let's talk about My Time in Portia. In this game, you'll operate your own farm, you'll raise animals and such, but there's also plenty of crafting in this game. You'll make furniture, decorations, and more for yourself and the townsfolk. Finally, there's dungeons to explore, and plenty of monsters to battle and such. That all said, this is a pretty beefy game for a life sim, and one that will satisfy people for the most part. Now I'll be honest, the Switch version does feature frame rate drops, and is a bit of a visual downgrade, but it's on sale for just $2.99. That's by far the lowest price it's ever been on Switch. You know what? If the Switch is your #1 way to play games, then it's totally worth getting it for $3 if you're looking to get a life sim game for cheap. This next game is only on sale for a few more days, so make sure to nab this one quick if you want it. The legendary Radiant Silvergun is on sale on Switch for $9.99 at a brand new low price for it on the eShop. This awesome shoot 'em up is well known for its awesome gameplay, with loads of strategy and replayability. You want to nab the best scores? You're going to need to master the art of chain bonuses, and uncovering those secret bonuses, and mastering the patterns of the game. If you ever played Ikaruga, another awesome shoot 'em up that's known for a lot of strategy to the gameplay, then you'll know what to expect here in terms of depth. It's one of those must-play shoot 'em ups, so what better way to finally experience the game than in this new updated version for the Switch. It's on sale for $9.99 until November 9th. One of the best sales is back. Yes, the 99 cents Capcom Arcade Stadium sale is back. For each app, every game can be had for just 99 cents each, making it an awesome way to build your own arcade or collection of sorts. Now for each app, there's over 30 games to choose from, for a grand total of over 60 games to choose from to make your own collection. The first app, Capcom Arcade Stadium, has games like Ghosts and Goblins, Ghouls and Ghosts, Bionic Commando, the original Street Fighter II and Hyper Fighting, Battle Circuit, and even shoot 'em ups like Pro Gear and Giga Wing. Capcom Arcade Second Stadium has games like the Mega Man arcade games, loads of fighting games, including the Darkstalkers games, and the Street Fighter Alpha series, Saturday Night Slam Masters, and even a personal fave, 3 Wonders, which is 3 games in one. Again, each game is 99 cents each. Even if you don't intend to buy anything, make sure to download the apps, because each app includes a free arcade game to own, and it'll give you a good idea on how the app works and all the features included. The sale for these games will last until November 18th. For those unaware, ARKANOID is actually different from the old Breakout games. Yes, it's still brick busting and all that, but the ARKANOID games feature a lot of power-ups, sometimes shooting mechanics, and in some cases boss fights. Well anyway, you can play the iconic arcade classic ARKANOID on Switch in the game ARKANOID Eternal Battle, with a bunch of new features, including a 25-player Eternal Battle mode where you face off with others in hopes to be the #1 block breaker. Beyond the Eternal mode, there's a Neo or Modern mode that has a bunch of fancy visuals and stuff, the Retro mode for the classic 1980s experience, and a Versus mode for up to 4 players. This game is down to just $3.99 on the eShop, which is the lowest price it's ever been. For $4, I think it's a perfect price to pick this up on a whim for arcade fans. One of my favorite games for the Game Boy Advance was Harvest Moon: Friends of Mineral Town. It was actually my first Harvest Moon game, and I got hooked with the farming and life simulation game, growing my farm, meeting the townsfolk, getting married, and exploring. It's such a good game, and I'm happy they decided to bring it back in the modern era with the remake Story of Seasons: Friends of Mineral Town. Of course, the game has a new visual art style. I mean, it's in 3D for one, and it includes a bunch of quality of life updates and new features, plus content from more Friends of Mineral Town. So in actuality, you get stuff from both games in this remake. On the eShop, it's on sale for the lowest price it's ever been, at just $15.99 until November 15th. That is a pretty good price for one of the best games in the series. Grim Fandango Remastered has you witnessing 4 years of Manny, a travel agent in the Department of Death, as he gets wrapped up in a conspiracy. The original Grim Fandango was one of the best adventure games from the 90s, from Tim Schafer and LucasArts, who made a lot of gems in that decade. The remastered version features repainted, high-res textures and visuals, the classic score re-recorded with a live orchestra, and a bunch of developer commentary options. Perfect for those who want to know a lot more about this classic. Grim Fandango Remastered is only $3.74 until November 10th. Jenny LeClue, Detectivu for $1.99 is a no-brainer for adventure game fans. This one has you playing as a little detective piecing together clues to uncover the truth and solve a murder. What's really impressive about this game is the production quality. It features full voice acting for the whole game, as well as visuals that make it look like an animated movie. It's only $1.99 until November 10th. The 2D gothic horror Metroidvania, Blasphemous, is terrific with its brutal combat and gameplay. It's received a lot of praise, as has the recently released sequel. Right now, it's not the cheapest it's ever been on sale for, but if you're looking for a good Metroidvania game for the season to play right now, then Blasphemous is absolutely one of the best. It's on sale for $9.99 until November 12th. For those who are fans of gore, how can you forget about Mortal Kombat? It's full of it. If you ever wanted to pick up Mortal Kombat 11 for the Switch, then the Ultimate Edition is the way to go. It includes everything, all the DLC, content, and updates. It's the complete experience. Best of all, it can be had for just under $9. That's a pretty darn good deal. There's a lot of Metroidvanias out there, but Yoku's Island Express is one of the most unique ones. In this game, you control Yoku, the main character, and guide them through pinball mechanics. You know, flippers, bumpers, the whole works, you know what it is. And as weird as it sounds, it ends up working well. This game is a hidden gem, and I've mentioned it many times on this channel. If you've never checked it out before, do yourself a favor and pick it up for just $3.99 via the latest sale. You'll be glad you did. Being an intern can suck, but imagine being one and going under. You gotta go in the depths of the underworld to fight off failed businesses and their cursed employees just so your boss can get paid. That's pretty much the concept behind this game and its wacky humor. The combat is fun in this dungeon crawler where everything can be used as a weapon as you explore the dungeons of the cursed startups. It's just $4.99 via the latest sale and it's totally worth it and then some for that price. Neon Abyss is a run and gun game with some roguelike elements that is just insane. It's a trip through its bright and dark contrast, but man, is the shooting a lot of fun, with plenty of enemies to mow down and lots of action to keep you on your toes. With each run through the procedurally generated dungeons, you unlock new items, rooms, and even different endings, as well as a bunch of customization stuff. With it, the game keeps feeling fresh, whether it's your 10th or your 100th run. I like that a lot. The Deluxe Edition adds a bunch of modes, new characters, and more to an already solid game, and can be had for a steal. It's just $6.99 at a brand new low price for it via the new sale. Don't let this one slip on by. It's so worth it and can easily last you well over 100 hours if you aim to complete everything. And there you go. That's the latest Nintendo Switch eShop deals you need to know about. Let me know if you plan on picking up anything from the sale in the comments down below. And like I said, if you haven't checked out my Hidden Gems series, I'll have links to those videos down below for you to check out later. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't yet, make sure to click that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with all the latest videos. There's going to be a lot to cover this holiday season, so make sure to be subscribed so you don't miss out on anything. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. Huge shout out to my Patreon and channel members. Thank you for the support, and I'll catch you on the next video.